YouTube Buzzik going. The GOAT House is back. Just 2 days away into the NFL draft. We got the fan voted mock draft. You guys voted on our Twitter like you do every single year for every first round pick. And I'm here to break it down, react to your guys' mock draft. Make sure you follow our Twitter. You're missing out on things like these and just constant NFL talk. And I got the sun right in my eyes, but that's all right. And yeah, subscribe to the channel for this great NFL draft content. We got my final mock draft, which is coming. We're live streaming during day one of the NFL draft, reacting to all the actual picks, breaking it down. We'll have winners and losers grades after the draft as well each day. Day two mock draft after day one. It's going to be a blast. So join us for that. Subscribe, smash that like button. You guys know the drill. Here's our Twitter. I also released my spreadsheet, all the rankings, every position group, everybody I have graded. Only way to get it is go to our Twitter, follow it, and click this link. Keep that link handy. That'll be probably key during the NFL draft. Kind of gives you an idea how I grade things. Basically, the grades are already in place in a way. It just matters who takes them, where's the fit, did they reach good value, things like that. Fan voted mock draft. Again, you guys voted for this, so I'm just reacting to it. You guys voted for Trevor Lawrence. First overall to the Jags. Don't need to break that down, really. I expect it to happen. Zach Wilson. 2, you guys went Trey Lance to the Niners, and the voting for that was obviously not super recent, and that ends up being realistic, and it sounds like, I still don't want to say 0% chance Justin Fields, but it's pretty damn close to 0% chance, but it's either Lance or Mac Jones, and it feels like the closer we get to the actual NFL draft, more and more people hopping on the Lance train. You know, I still stick with Mac Jones. That's what it's felt like most of the time. But it's kind of up in the air there. And then you guys went Justin Fields to the Falcons, which, again, that poll for that wasn't super recent, but this becomes more realistic. Kyle Pitts earlier today on NFL Network said that he feels 4 quarterbacks are going 1, 2, 3, 4. So why would Kyle Pitts say that? You know, he wouldn't be blowing smoke, obviously, but his agent maybe got that. Maybe he thinks the Falcons are trading back or they're taking a quarterback. So maybe that's a possibility. I'm starting to believe that the Falcons do have a quarterback, number 1 on their board, but one quarterback. And will the 49ers take that quarterback? Who is that quarterback? You guys voted for Penei Sewell. Not really surprised by that. I've been having Chase, but it's kind of back and forth here. If Pitts, like he said, doesn't go top 4, I think Pitts is the pick here. But, yeah, again, not surprised that you guys went Sewell for the Bengals, because every time I don't give the Bengals Sewell, there's a lot of complaints in the comments. I don't think it's just Bengals fans. I think it's a mixture of everybody that they need to protect Burrow. So that's understandable. So, yeah, I think most of the world wants the Bengals to go Sewell. It's pretty strict, too. It's kind of Sewell, and that's it. So, maybe a lot of unhappy fans if they go anything else. Slater, Pitts, Chase, any of that. So, maybe that's a little surprising. Dolphins go with Jamar Chase, so you have best player available. A lot of people on board with them taking a receiver. Interesting trade earlier with Eric Flowers. Does that change things up for 6? Some think yes, some think no. Lions go Devontae Smith. I like the fit. Recently, there was some buzz that he could be dropping because of his weight. I'm starting to believe maybe that's kind of the big smoke of the NFL draft, that any teams actually say that. That's kind of where I'm at with that. So maybe he does go around this range. Panthers take Kyle Pitts there. So he drops. According to the fans, he ends up dropping, which seems like a fan favorite guy, but also fans really don't know where to put him. So kind of interesting there that he ends up at 8. If that happened, I think the Panthers probably would take him. I just really think he's gone. I really think I don't see him really getting by the Bengals. If he somehow doesn't go 4, I think the Bengals take him. That's kind of where I'm at this specific second, this moment. Next 8 picks voted by the fans. I'm going to keep saying that because there's going to be somebody in the comments calling me an idiot for some of these picks, even though I think these are fine picks, but it just always happens no matter how the mock draft is. You can do it anyway. Somebody's always in the comments. Micah Parsons to the Broncos. The Broncos are making it seem like they're not taking a quarterback now. Is that them being sneaky? Is that them trying to actually take a quarterback? If they're not being sneaky, I think Mike Parsons is a very strong shot there. Patrick Surtain to the Cowboys. Feels like this is the pick, but it's almost it's really feels like it, where it ends up being, just what are they up to? Because they're almost making it too obvious at this point. Giants take Rashawn Slater. I think if he drops down to here, I think he could go earlier in this. Somebody can trade up, take him. But if he drops to here, I do think that's a possibility. They shouldn't pass on him. But maybe they're sold on developing some of the young guys there. They put the rest of the team in win now, and they want the quarterback and the line to develop. Where's their head at for real? Where are they at? They're kind of back and forth here. Eagles go Jalen Waddle. I think very realistic pick. Christian Darrisaw, the Chargers, very, very realistic. Elijah Vera Tucker, the Vikings, same thing. Those are all pretty common. Back to the Eagles. The Eagles always do something crazy. Everyone expects, the Eagles are doing this, and they don't do that. So wouldn't be shocked if they went shocking again. The fans don't like Mac Jones. We've learned that throughout the whole process. And he ends up dropping to the Patriots at 15. I don't think that happens, but not surprised by the fans' choice there. J.C. Horn should go in the range of, could go as early as 8, but I don't think so. Maybe like 10 to 16 range, but almost get the feeling he's going to be gone by 16. But it'd be perfect for the Cardinals because they're a press man team, and he's a press man corner, so that'd be perfect there if he falls in their lap. Raiders go Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I'm starting to believe the Raiders could be a trade-back team. Koramoah is a good fit in Gus Bradley's scheme. Could play a little bit of linebacker, a little bit of safety, almost like Derwin James is playing for Gus Bradley and the Chargers. Dolphins go Jalen Phillips. If he's there, they should take him. Will they? I do think they need an edge rusher, but do they focus on line and receiver in the first round of this draft? I've heard running back too. Could go edge. I just don't want them to reach. They actually there's actually some big needs there. Just make sure you get the best of those positions. Washington goes Rashad Bateman. Not too common to have Washington take a receiver here, but I kind of like it. They got Curtis Samuel, they got Terry McLaurin, 2 under 6-foot receivers. Grab one with a little bit of length here and kind of create one of the better receiver. Crazy because Washington had maybe the worst, but maybe one of the better receiver units in football with this. The Bears take Tevin Jenkins, Oklahoma State tackle. Could put him at right, could put him at left. I think they're trying to find somebody to replace Leno so they can cut Leno. But Jenkins more of a right tackle. They signed a Fetty back, but more of an insurance guy. Could also play guard. But I like their interior. I think it's pretty good when healthy. But yeah, Jenkins probably a plug and play right tackle. Colts go Kwity Paye. That'd be solid for them. They need an edge rusher. Titans go Caleb Farley. Yeah, a lot coming out about him. There's teams that just wouldn't take him in the first. The injury situation sounds pretty serious. It actually sounds it's scary. It's scary to draft a guy like this. You're always going to be wondering, is this guy going to stay healthy? So much upside. But it sounds like he should still go in the first, but they're making it sound like today that it's going to be damn close. So that's interesting. I did hear recently the Titans would like to trade back. Don't know if that's smoke or not. But maybe they trade back for Farley. Possibility. I'm not going to count on that. Jets go Greg Newsome. So back-to-back corners. Another one, Farley's got a little more major injury concern. Newsome's got kind of more of the durability, coming out of games and missing a week here and there. So is that going to continue in the NFL? But the Jets do need a corner pretty bad. I think you'd fit their scheme. Najee Harris this year is sounding more and more likely the Steelers could take that's really what's getting pumped out at us is Steelers are taking a running back. So do we buy into that? How will we know that for sure? Is that going to be best available? They need a line. They need quite a few things. We could sit here and talk about all of it. For a pretty good team, they need quite a few things here. But fans voted for Najee Harris. I know there's a good chunk of Steelers fans that are anti this. I think majority, I'd say about 80%, 75%, just based on the comments I've been gathering this whole offseason. I've been doing mocks since during the season as well. I just feel like there's going to be some raging going on if Harris is the pick here, just based on what I've gathered. So we'll see. I prefer Javonte Williams, but I'm a big Javonte Williams guy. I think he's gonna be a stud right away. But I'm a little worried with my guy being that good behind this offensive line though at the same time. So it's a little scary. And then the last 8 picks of the first round, Javon Marreg, pretty common pick for the Jags. It just depends on where they view him because again, some teams will view him as a free. He's built like a free. He's got range like a free. Some teams will view him more of a strong safety because when he starts to creep up, when he reads a play, makes a tackle on the ball, flies the ball, that's where he looks maybe best. Played a lot of slot corner this last year though too. So some teams will have him in different spots here. So it's pretty tough guy to figure out where he's going to go for that reason. Barmore to the Browns. Based on what I'm hearing, I don't think he makes it this far. Not really a fan of, D tackle for the Browns in the first, but I guess if Barmore is there, then sure, why not, I guess. But yeah, wasn't surprised by that since he was sitting there. Azeez Ojulari to the Ravens. Now I'm hearing he could actually fall. He had a past knee injury, and that's kind of coming back up. and saying teams really aren't sure or they view his knees aren't 100% there. Played fully this year and played great. So I don't know. I do think he's a good fit for the Ravens, but I had this mock to the Ravens quite a bit, and then I kind of went away from it. Recent mock, I said he's not going to be here, but now with the injuries, he probably could be here. Saints go Elijah Moore. I don't think he's going to be here either, but this would be perfect for Jameis Winston offense. Elijah Moore and Michael Thomas. Two guys that play in the slot a lot, but I think they would make it work there. And the Packers grab a slot receiver in Kadarius Toney. I would like that for them. Gregory Rousseau for the Bills. Would like that as well. I guess the only thing is the Bills haven't been really not really developing to get the most out of their pass rushers for some reason. And Rousseau might be you got to work with him a little bit. So hopefully they could get that out of him. Ravens go Terrace Marshall. So Ojulari and Marshall, pretty good haul there. But I do know a lot of Ravens fans, from what I gather from the comments this offseason, do not want a slot receiver. Marshall had his production from the slot, can play outside, but really his big moments he's a Y first, which is a slot receiver. Buccaneers, Jason Oweh. I want them to trade up for Jason Oweh, but if they sit here at 32, that'd be fantastic. I think it's a really good fit, so I really do like that pick there. So definitely an interesting mock. I do think realistic. I think there's some parts that aren't, I don't think Mac Jones is going to fall down that far. I don't think Kyle Pitts is going to fall as far as he did. That's about it, though. Moore probably not going to be there, but very unpredictable draft like always. So everyone's mock draft is wrong, but somebody's going to end up with a pretty accurate one. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see if there's wild trades. We'll break it all down. We got some more videos leading up to the NFL draft. My final mock and predictions, got my guys video that I do every year and a couple more videos that I like to do. And then we'll be live day one during the NFL draft, breaking it all down, and we will have winners and losers the night of day one, and then we'll have day two mock draft grades the next day, and then more winners and losers throughout the draft, and then more team grades after the draft. We got you covered. So smash that like button, subscribe, and make sure you follow that Twitter. Very important link pinned in the comments for anything that you need there. So check it out down there in any video. But that is going to do it for this one. Everyone, thanks for voting for this mock draft. We're back every single year doing this, so make sure you follow that Twitter for that reason and for more. That's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.